Tonight was a movie.
It's a fucking movie.
I swear it was a movie.
How did we get it?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at Cannes Lion. This whole week we're at Cannes Lion. It is one of the biggest marketing conferences for marketing execs and creators. I am here advising a startup, Naviro, that is basically a marketing co-pilot powered by AI to help companies, and especially they started in music and with music companies, helping them build out their brand, activate their community, write content for them, better understand what kind of content performs well, analyze other types of content. I'm really excited to support them on this journey, and then I'm also taking some meetings myself here. Yesterday was day one of Cannes Lion, and I basically woke up at 3 p.m. after landing here with a red eye from New York. Just got up, met up with my friend Catherine, who is another creator and was also in another video on this channel. She is Ask ChatGPT, and she amazingly got a brand to pay for her to come. Shout out to her. Then we went to a VaynerMedia event, and this morning we unfortunately got up a little bit on the later side. Did a little bit of work this morning, filmed some content because I'm helping out Lola and Naviro with content.
You don't need better ideas. You need to know which ones to bet on.
Then I headed to a 776 event, which is one of my investors. Shout out Alexis and Chris and Caitlin and Christina at 776.
All right, I'll take it. I always wear the same thing.
And then we went to a Pinterest event, which is where I got this bracelet. Then we walked around a bit. So all of the big brands basically have activations on the beach. So we went to the Pinterest activation, then we went to the Snapchat activation. They literally had the best food. And all these activations are generally built and meant for people to meet up with the executives at these companies in order to close deals. But we just kind of snuck our way in because they have good food, free coffee, etc. But we did take some meetings at some of the beach areas. How would you describe our day two?
Obscene.
Really?
Obscene.
So then Lola had a meeting. And how was your meeting?
It was great. I met with a really cool founder, or a pair of founders. They gave me some great advice. They've hooked up some really great meetings for today.
Oh, it was them that introduced you to the meetings today?
To one of the meetings today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the vibe to unlock Cannes is to start these kind of meetings like a week in advance, and then slowly they just introduce you to more and more people that are hosting cool events.
Yeah.
And then you can figure out like where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, when you book it the Friday before.
Yes.
It's a slower figuring out of how it all works. But yeah, what did we do after that? Oh, we went for dinner. We met up with your friend. Yeah.
Allison, cool bakery influencer.
Yeah. And then, because we'd gone to the Snapchat lounge as well yesterday. And we'd met this guy. And we ran into him after this event. And he basically, I'm giving too much information. I shouldn't be giving this much information.
We just met a guy.
we met a guy who gave us this like information of how to get to Spotify.
We figured out a way to sneak into the Spotify event, but obviously we're going to gatekeep it.
Yeah. We figured out a way to sneak in.
I cannot believe we did this.
There's a will, there's a fucking way.
Literally.
Okay. Are we gonna do no? But then we did actually manage us to go in, and then
Like the normal way.
the normal way, which would have happened if we hadn't gone on this adventure to try and
Waited like 30
just
minutes.
sneak into backstage.
Then we just stayed there, and then it was lit.
Oh, we had
really
such a good time.
I like Somber's set a lot. That
Yeah.
was my favorite.
Yeah, it was really good.
Alex Orn was pretty good too, but Somber was really good.
Yeah. Made some great friends at the Spotify gig.
Yes.
Really good crowd.
Tonight was a movie.
It's a movie.
I swear it was a movie.
How did we get it?
To the VIP tunnel, to actually
Escorted
VIP.
by a
Yes,
security.
escorted by security.
To actually VIP.
To actually getting into actually VIP, to actually like being in the same section with like, did you see David Dobrik was there?
No.
Yeah, he was there. He just walked by
Thank
us.
God, I was waiting for him the whole time. I was like, where's David Dobrik?
And really cool founders. It was sick.
Oh my God.
That was so crazy. Truly.
We're doing day 3 now. We have, lots of meetings, going to another event, and then we're going to go to the Yahoo event tonight
Yes.
and see Diplo.
I hope so. I haven't gotten any email about it, but he's like, I watched him put us on the list, so I don't know.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine.
I think it'll be fine.
My big learning yesterday was the key to Cannes is to go to the Snapchat lounge when in doubt.
When in doubt, go to the
I love
Snapchat
the
lounge.
Snapchat lounge.
I know, you love the Snapchat lounge.
Yes. Because I feel like that's where, like, people are wheeling and dealing. Those are my favorite vibes.
There was definitely hustlers in there that were closing some deals.
Yes.
But people were still closing deals in Spotify. Like, your friend was closing an investor at the Spotify event. Like, one of them.
Well, they were... I think that's why he actually paid to get into VIP, because he wanted to pitch influencers. I think because he bribed the security guard to get into VIP, and I think he wanted to pitch influencers.
Oh, that's so funny.
So I think he saw it as like real ROI.
Yeah.
And then he closed that influencer.
Yeah.
So.
That's absolutely hilarious.
You know what's funny? There were like 5 influencers last night that are at every single LA party. Like, it literally made me feel like I was in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That were at the Spotify gig?
Yeah, it was like David Dobrik, and then all the good people that typically run the events, they literally are at the door at like every LA party. Because going to Cannes was such a last minute endeavor for both Lola and myself, we ended up having most of our meetings on the 3rd day. So we went to the Media Link tent for our first meeting, which was a wild meeting venue because it is quite literally on the water. They were also giving out these really good orange ice cream situations. Then we walked to our second meeting at the iHeartRadio Cafe. And all of these different cafes and beachside activations are, again, for executives to meet folks that they could potentially wheel and deal with. So that was a prolific meeting. Then we were exploring other activations while we had some downtime. And my favorite is to go to the Snapchat lounge, of course, because it just felt like the best, most curated lounge to me. Back to the Snapchat lounge. We then headed to a boat party. This boat didn't set sail, but it was another networking event that was on the boat. And as we were headed back to the main area, we passed another activation where they were giving free blowouts, and Lola got asked to do a quick interview for a podcast. So I took some content of that.
Oh, that is absolutely divine. Of course, thank you for having me.
Then we stopped by a cocktail hour with founders, creators, etc. that were at Cannes. And then we headed to Cardi B that night, and Mark Ronson was also playing that set. And then there was a surprise guest from Anderson .Paak.
Like a drum.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor.
He did it.
A minor! So the way that we thought that Lola was dancing with this random man ended up being Anderson .Paak.
Literally was a bag.
Well, that's exactly where the nigga came from.
You know, we make some bang for our buck.
Yeah.
We go inside and we're like kikiing, like shaking ass. And then the person we're shaking ass with gets a shout out from the stage where they're like, Anderson .Paak.
I literally had no idea.
Shout out to you.
Do you know it was him at all?
No, I was looking at him being like, because I've always thought Anderson .Paak has a fantastic smile, like
Yeah.
just in a like observatory third party way, just being like, it's a great smile. And I was like, the person has a great smile. It's very
I
familiar.
recognized the girls that he was with, but I didn't recognize him.
Had no idea, I tell you that. And anyway, we're kicking, and then we're like, what are you laughing every time I say it?
Because it's so funny.
We're shaking ass, we're having a good time. And then we're like, oh, we're shaking ass with Anderson .Paak. Didn't know that. Appreciate that though, great time.
I love him because he's half Asian.
J'adore français. Je pensais en plus belle language. But I can't speak it. Language? Comment on dit language?
Language, yes.
Yeah, oui.
Yes.
Buongiorno.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bonsoir. So now it is the 4th and final day of Cannes. We have definitely had a time so far. We took the train in the morning. It was our first time taking the train and not Ubering. And I actually did have a meeting this day. It seems Seems another core part of the Cannes experience is running to meetings. Cut to me rushing to the meeting. Then I met up with my friend Catherine at CatGBT. She's in one of my other YouTube videos. We filmed some content. I was trying to do the rocking back and forth to get the perfect photo opportunity. Then Lola and I went to an event hosted by Hearst Magazine. We were featured in a little promo video for Hearst Magazine, and this was truly one of the best views from any of the events that we went to. Then we went to a music event. They actually had some performers there. We hadn't seen any musical performances during the day, so this was really unique. And Wiz, the MC that performed at the daytime event, actually also performed at the TikTok party happening that night. So we headed to that party as well with the organizers of the first event. And we danced the night away again. Shocker. Cannes is a bunch of musical performances. And truly, I learned that honestly, the best networking happens in a party type environment. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
I'm so surprised it's literally no one in the bathroom. It's
So, final day in Cannes, it's Friday. Nothing's really happening conference-wise, so I'm just kind of off on my own. Did my hair, makeup, gonna take some pics, and started chatting up some strangers next to me at lunch and met two really nice ladies, and one of them has come here every summer for like 40 years. So now I'm going to Belle Rive Plage. This man driving a car for a restaurant, like it's a restaurant, the restaurant's car, just pulled over and saw I was looking lost and offered to drive me to Hotel du Cap. So just figured I would do it. That's the first time I've ever gone to a stranger's car, but I figured in this area it's fine. Just tried to get into the Hotel du Cap, but you literally need a reservation. There it is. Now headed to the beach. Just walked by the Hotel du Cap, snapped a couple pics, and now we're gonna take a little swim. Take some pics, take a swim. So a fun fact about me is that I take a lot of my own Instagram photos because one thing that really sparks joy for me is taking photos of myself, #Delulu. But in any case, I tend to bring my tripod with me, and on days that I am solo traveling, I will set up shop and take my own photos and be shameless about getting the right shot because it's something that sparks joy for me. And then being in the ocean also sparks joy for me. So doing all of these things on my own volition and seeking the joy and being the joy that I want to see in the world was a really inspiring experience for me. So thank you. I'm trying to make the train because Ubers aren't coming. And that's a wrap. Bye.